Um, I'll start. I'm Aryeh. I live here on the California coast at Half Moon Bay, California. The mood I'm bringing is I'm very curious and interested to see how Mary's work about giving voice to values will relate to the situation and feelings that many of us have now post-US election, and how we create safe, positive spaces for these kinds of conversations. So that's me. I'm gonna move around the screen based on where I see you. Debbie, you're next. So yeah, so you can unmute yourself over there by toggling. There you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm also curious to find out what you have to say. I mean, this is values is something I believe very strongly, and I'm always interested to hear how we can inculcate values in our generation and the next generation, and especially business, which is such a cutthroat operation. I'm interested in how you can inculcate values in businesses. It's very, very interesting subject.
Your name and where you are?
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm Debbie Shapiro, and I'm speaking from Jerusalem, Israel, part of the world.
Thank you, Debbie. Len, you're muted.
Mary, good morning and welcome to this new constellation for you. My name is Len, L-E-N, and my wife is Libby Traubman. We live in San Mateo, California, just 20 minutes south of San Francisco. And we are in our 50th year together. So necessarily we have been interested forever in giving voices and ears, not only in our relationship, but to people around the globe, and for about 35 years have brought together adversaries, beginning with Soviets and Americans. My tone right now is I feel mobilized and activated to bring people together. Libby and I and others are planning to bring diverse people in our county together in January for a community dialogue and to move into action. And part of it is based in the results of the recent election, which show to me that there are a vast number of people who are invisible to us and feel invisible and feel neglected and do not generally have voices and sometimes communicate badly. And so it is our great task now to discover one another and engage. So I'm very interested in what you have to communicate about giving voices and ears to people. Thank you.
Thank you, Len. Wendy.
I'm Wendy, and I'm upstairs from Aryeh. And I'm exhausted at the moment, yet also ready to become mobilized. Right before the election, you know, I finally lost it at somebody, and one day before the election. And after that, I was thinking, you know, I really need this conference because with all the work and the exposure to all the values of, you know, service-based, all the wonderful work that Len and Libby are doing, and peacemaking, I lost it. And looking forward to finding positive ways of giving voice to my values. Thank you.
Thank you, Wendy. I'm glad you didn't lose it at me, but that's okay. Jyoti.
I'm Jyoti Bachani. I'm a faculty member at St. Mary's College of California. I first came across Mary's work when Mary Radalis, who was my student at the time, mentioned it in my class. I ended up writing a book on managing nonprofits with Mary Radalis, and we both also wrote an article on leadership as listening. And then I met Mary at the Humanistic Management Network pre-conference in Montreal last year at the Academy of Management, and I was simply blown away. So I'm bringing a mood of great admiration for Mary's life's work, and hoping to take away that inspiration to make the work that I've been doing more aligned with what she has been putting out into the world, and have, along with the Humanistic Management Network, sort of a coalition of people who share those values and are not afraid to say them and put them out in the public domain and be advocate for those things, because there's a lot of fear. And I used to go around declaring myself as a fearless woman, but I shouldn't have done that, because this week has been one where there is a sense of dread. And I found myself unable to comfort and console the college kids in the family who are in far away on the East Coast and witnessing incidents that terrify them, and I'm not able to give them a hug and offer comfort. So there's some of that mood that I'm bringing, and I've spent a good part of the week educating myself on privilege, race, some of the history of the country, and thinking a lot about that. So that's my mood this morning. Thank you for hosting. Happy to be here.
Thank you, Jody. Really happy to have you with us this morning. Ofu.
Thank you very much. My name is Ofu James. I'm speaking from Ivory Coast in West Africa. I am so passionate about bringing people together, bringing diversities together. I founded an NGO here in Ivory Coast since 2012. And this NGO is designed to organize a series of activities that, that promote inclusion and facilitate reconciliation. I am so much passionate about the topic of this gathering today, giving voices to values. And from experience, what we have been practicing, the things we have been giving voices to values from disenfranchised sets of people in our society that feel stigmatized, reject, and I feel that as a global citizen, it's our responsibility to continue taking their hands and bringing them together and enabling them to counter the fears and the ignorance that separate divisively, that create the fears. And I believe that what is around the globe today, we as a global citizen, locally or internationally, there are many people that are afraid of the future and are so terrified about the future. And we believe that our responsibility is still to deepen our understanding on the web of life that holds all humanity together, and foster, continue a platform that can facilitate bringing these diversities together to go through, transcend these fears and ignorance that have been so deepening divisively. So I am so glad to participate in this gathering, and I'm very glad to hear the speaker speaking today. Thank you very much.
Glad to have you with us. And I see we have a new person who has joined us, Halaimo Nyang. Is this someone that you invited, Jyoti? Oh, anyway, welcome. Mr. Nyang, am I pronouncing your name right? Halaimo?
No. Nine. He's in Myanmar. He's in Mandalay, Myanmar. And he is a relationship builder and facilitator and a great teacher there.